Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and today I am joined with my boy Emmett.
What's going on, y'all?
I'm joined by my boy DJ.
What's up, DJ from the QC?
And today we are talking about the NBA. You know, it is finally back. We have missed it, I know for sure.
Yes, sir.
But I know, man. How y'all feeling this season, man? Are y'all ready?
Oh man, I'm so ready. I mean, God, we only got a week left. I feel like the off season goes by so fast.
Man, I already got the NBA league subscriptions. I'm ready.
Honestly, generally, but I feel like it comes so late, like in the year. But it's like you said, we're about 6 days away now. It's gonna be a good one, man. I think this season a lot of the teams are very even and competitive, and the West and the East are both stacked. So it'll be a coin flip of who makes it in the top 6, because I know they got the play in again. Top 6 is automatic, and then you have the last four spots are play in. So I think it'd be a pretty good time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but today we are going to start off by talking, giving a run through like every NBA team and giving our opinions about like what each team can do or what each team can produce this season. And today we're going to start off with the Boston Celtics, man. Signing a new coach, picking up Josh Richardson, moving Brad Stevens and like out of the head coaching role and into the more presidential side of basketball. How do we feel that the Celtics are going to be this season?
Well, I think one of the big other signings they had was Dennis Schroeder, and I'm sure y'all know what happened with him. He declined that deal of like 4 years, $78 million from the Lakers, and that he bet on himself, and then he ended up just signing like a 1 year, $5 million deal with the Celtics. And so that was like a big question for them going into the season, because they really didn't have a point guard since Kemba headed out. But I think he's a great pickup. I think they got a nice return with Al Horford, because he knows the system and everything, can be a good veteran leader. They've got their 2 franchise guys. So, it'll be interesting to see how the new coach does this year.
I think he wants to be a lot more like, offensive, like not offensive heavy, but I think he wants to be more, score the basket heavy and like get back on defense and like almost college like, but I think he wants to win games and show that he has 2 superstars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think honestly Jason Tatum might be my front runner for MVP. It's my early MVP. I think he's just evolving each year, and I think he could lead the Celtics to top 4 in the East, honestly. But Peyton Pritchard coming off the bench for them. He played pretty well for them last season as well. I think he's like an under like known name that not many people talk about, but you have seen like glimpses of really good talent from him. That's all I got. Dave, you got something on the Celtics?
Hey, I think the Celtics will be a sleeper team this year. Shoot, even though Kemba and Fournier gone, but like you said, Schroeder, Richardson, and Horford, and it picks up the slack.
I mean, you still got Marcus Smart in there. Josh Richardson has been well, for each team, averaging 12 points. I mean, Schroeder can be better than I think if he needs to be better than he was at the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he comes to Boston and like play like he did with LeBron. I think it's gonna be a whole completely different game scheme, and I think they're honestly going to want Tatum to get that up to like 27 points a game. I think they're going to want. I think they're honestly going to want to utilize his superstars more, if that makes sense. And honestly, they have a really young talented squad. They don't have a really big name, but they got Al Horford, but he's not really like like a center type guy. He's not really a Rudy Gobert. So I think they're gonna probably play smaller, but I think they're gonna be as aggressive as they need to be.
Yeah, they got Robert Williams. He very underrated.
Yeah,
I agree.
He can defend, rebound, and he great in the pick and roll.
Yeah. He a big dude, 6'8", 230.
Yeah.
See him coming through, you'll get out of the way fast. But
I really see them. I mean, I feel like their ceiling could be like a 3 seed, and then like at worst, like, with how competitive it is now. I mean,
a 7.
if someone gets injured, something low, maybe even play in, but I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
I got them like 4 through 7.
Yeah.
I think they really need Jabari Parker to step up. For me, he's just not been that guy in the NBA, y'all. Like I don't know what it is, but coming out of college, he was a big name. He went what? Did he go 1?
2
coming out? He went well, he went
I think
2.
Wiggins went 1.
Yeah, he went really early, and I think I genuinely expected him to be better than what he has been. I know he's been like killing with injuries, but I think he's gonna have to step up this season for them. I don't think they need him to go out and like get 15, 20 points a game, but I think they're gonna need him to go out and like at least play some good defense, and I think he can.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's all I got for that game. I mean, for that team. Moving on, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Now, what's going on with Brooklyn, y'all?
Man, shoot.
Do y'all think they could be okay? There's two types of this question. Do y'all think they could be good without Kyrie? And if so, talk to me about it.
I still think they'll be the favorites without Kyrie because their team's still scary. Shoot, they got Joe, they got Blake, they got Clax, they got Millsap, Bembry, LA, and Patty Mills. And then the bucket Cam Thomas. Bro.
Yeah. And also, LA came back, I know he was supposed to like not ever play again, but he actually came back and is gonna play this season as well. So, just bringing that veteran back to the team, he's gonna be an addition as well. But listen. I was watching Stephen A. Smith today talk about Kyrie, and him and Jay Williams got into it. Listen, my whole thing about Kyrie is like, you see that too, Emmett?
Yeah, I did.
It was rough, wasn't it? Like,
yep.
It was rough. But I honestly completely agree, like, with Stephen A. I don't want you to hear this and hear me loud and clear. I am not on the side of just NBA players to just shut up and dribble. But at the same time, you did, like, form this team that you are now going to give up on. I'm not going to go into any like details about, the vaccine and stuff, and because that's your own, demise, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, if I was in that position and I'm costing my team a championship and like, I'm that guy who like almost formed that team, I like for me to be KD or James Harden situation, like I would want better from my starting point guard, right?
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. He's a head case, y'all. Listen, KD is the purest shooter in the NBA, hands down. He can hit that thing from anywhere.
Greatest player in the NBA.
Joe Harris, he's the greatest in the NBA.
Yeah, correct yourself. My fault. Go ahead.
I don't. Wait, right now or just of all time?
Shoot, me personally. Hey, that's another talk.
That's a whole nother time for another place.
Look, all I'll say, he's 7 feet and can play like a point guard. Come on now, like,
oh my goodness,
you kidding me?
Yo, they should have been in the NBA Finals. If his foot wasn't a size 18 or 19, they would have been in the NBA Finals. Like who hits a three from that deep to be the go-ahead three and to win the game when your foot was on the line? Like he still made that shot when it counted. Like he's insane to me, yo. He's amazing. But yeah, like you said, DJ, with Patty Mills, and Paul Millsap, some veterans coming off the bench, added some depth to those young boys. Some of those young boys, I know some of them are old too. But for them to be able to coach and help them, progress as players, like that'll be dope and good for that team. I think that team is still unbeatable, like one of the most unbeatable teams, just with James Harden and KD. And look at it, when the Nets played last season in the Western Conference Finals, I mean, struggling, y'all. I'm struggling. When they played in the Eastern Conference Finals last season, James Harden was still hurt. Now this season, James Harden's coming off the break, and he's fully healthy. Like that team's unbeatable at this point right now. Blake
Yeah.
Griffin, if Blake Griffin plays the way he played last season and the season before, like they are still a dominant team without Kyrie. And honestly, like if Kyrie doesn't get the vaccine, I think no one else wants to pick him up. Because why would you? Why would you deal with the head case that's going to destroy your locker room?
Exactly.
I mean, but it's only in New York and California the mandates going on. If he went to any other team, he'll just miss out on like one game if he went against the Nets or went against the Warriors.
Well, yeah, sure, but at the same time, it's like, why would you want that in your locker room? I mean, because like I can't remember if the NBA did it, but I know in the NFL, like if there's an outbreak in your locker room, like the team gets fined, like and there's so many just like problems and like things that happen against your team. Like, why would you want that in your locker room for one, and for two, like this whole thing that he's doing right now, like I wouldn't want to pick him up just because of the headache that he causes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because go ahead.
Yeah, and I just think as he's doing that, like he can do it, even though it's so annoying because he's just such a stud on the court.
Yeah,
but like he still is losing some like trade value or market value because like outside of basketball, like that's something that teams have to take into consideration.
I mean, because like I'm not calling this man selfish, but he's very like these actions are very self-centered. Like today, I think he said that he's a voice for the voiceless. Like that's crap, and you know it. Like come on, Kyrie. Like get your head back into the game. Like do your job.
I mean, he has done a lot of great stuff for being a voice.
Oh, listen, and I'm not taking any of that from him. But I think on this stand and like on this, he's just like not. There's no point. Like there, and honestly, like what's going to end up happening is like the rest of these states, like the rest of these teams are going to end up having like a vaccine mandate. That's what's going to end up happening. And who's going to play for then? Nobody, because he's still going to be on the side of, oh, I don't want to take it. And so I don't know. I mean, you saw what happened to Andrew Wiggins. Like they were like, all right, we're gonna cut your pay, and you're not gonna be able to play. And what happened the next day? He got the shot. Like, I mean,
but
listen, go ahead.
I mean, he got the shot. But you can't really force a man's decision.
I am all for him standing, but guess what? At the end of the day, guess what it is? It's his job. So let's just say right now, if your job made it mandatory for you to get the vaccine, and you didn't have it, are you going to get the vaccine, or are you going to go find another job? Let's be honest. You're going to get the vaccine and call it a day.
I mean,
let's say you were making $4 million a year.
Oh, okay. I'm about to.
Oh yeah, I'm saying not your job right now. Let's say you were making $4 million a year, and like your job was like, all right, you got to get the vaccine. If not, you're gone. You can't play, and we're cutting your money, and you're not gonna make a dime. What are you doing, David? I mean, DJ, fully.
I mean, but look, I mean,
no. Answer the question first. Answer the question before you rant.
I understand all that.
Answer the question. Answer the question. No, I just want yes or no.
I was about to answer. I understand all that, but still,
you want to answer? Come on, man.
I would.
Okay, that's all I want to hear.
I would get the shot, but I'll still be the voice. You feel me?
Sure, but listen, I am not on the side of you don't have a voice. You should just shut up and play basketball. I'm on the side of I get your voice, but at the same time, and like you're speaking to no one at this point. Because that's what almost all the rest of the NBA has a vaccine. That's you're speaking to yourself. You're a one-man man, and I bet you. Listen, and honestly, what's so funny is like, if he was to not play basketball ever again, how many people would be upset about that?
A lot.
Okay. What do you mean a lot? Like I would explain that a little bit more for me.
Like why people would be mad or like upset?
Yeah.
Well, because he's one of the best point guards in the league, and he's part of what makes that Nets team so good, and people want to see his crazy handles and shooting ability and just everything that makes him great. I mean, if it was some bench player that doesn't come in the game, I mean, no one's going to pay that attention, but the spotlight's always on him, so I think people would be pretty upset if he didn't get it.
Sure, but at the same time, I think, all the whining that he's doing and just carrying on that he's doing is going to end up just making people not care anymore. And like you said, his trade value is dropping. Like no one wants to pick up this Kyrie player. Like I heard that they were like a trade package where it was like Kyrie going to Philly and Ben Simmons going to Brooklyn, which would be nuts, by the way. It would be absolutely insane. But they declined that trade because they don't want to deal with Kyrie in Philadelphia. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly thought, James Harden, he really have enough. But I thought he was going to Philly.
really? No, I think he's not going nowhere. I think James Harden's like, I'm just where I need to be, you know.
Trust me. Well, we're gonna get on the 76ers toxic. So
they're
it's a long conversation with all that Kyrie stuff. But
and it's one that honestly, yeah, exactly. And so the next team we're gonna talk about are the Knicks. I don't know, man.
New York, stand up.
So can Kyrie perform like he did with the Hornets in New York?
Kemba, you mean?
I mean Kemba. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think Kemba, he's selfless player. Like he can absolutely score the ball and stuff, but he's really selfless. And like I guess he see that like he's third option behind Randall and Barrett. So I don't think he's gonna be. He can really score like as in Charlotte, but he know his role for that team.
Hold on, wait a minute. You think he's a third option?
No, yeah. I agree with him. I think that Kemba is in the stage of his career now where he's not more of a scorer, and because in Boston he learned to distribute the ball a lot better, and with injuries and stuff he just wasn't, as explosive as he was in Charlotte, and kind of his defense has kind of been exposed as of late, so he's learned to be more of a distributor than a scorer now. So I do probably see RJ Barrett kind of sneaking ahead of them this year.
I think I agree in a sense, but I think at the same time, I think like we saw that, Julius Randle couldn't be the Knicks' first option in the playoffs last season. And we saw
Whoa.
They lost. I mean, let's look at his numbers for last season in the playoffs. Do you not think so?
Whoa. I'm sorry, bro. Hold on, bro.
Answer the question.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Go ahead. I mean, just think about it though. Like, do you think he's a first option for them last season? In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Yes.
But we saw what happened. But we saw what happened. They lost.
Yeah, because the Hawks team is way better than the Knicks team.
Oh, sure. But at the same time, Julius Randle was putting up, MVP numbers last season.
Who else was? Nobody.
You mean who else? I mean, but he was the first. He was a first option. I think Kemba turns into that first option who takes that shot in the last bit of the game now. Not Julius.
Oh yeah, as a closer, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I feel like that's what they brought Kemba in for, was to bring a more sound point guard to the team. I'm not saying Derrick Rose is terrible, but I'm saying that like Kemba is still a quote unquote star, but he's almost over it with his peak, if not over with his peak.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they brought Kemba to do, was to become that guy. Now he is that guy now, in my opinion. But I mean he has to be. But what honestly, I think my biggest more of a just comment about the Knicks is how, the production value of RJ Barrett. I think he needs to step up more this season and be that guy.
And I think he can. I think
for sure.
I feel like Barrett will average at least 19 or 20.
Yeah.
I think if he won it, yes. I hope he I hope like Emmett said, I hope he does, because I think he deserves that, and I think the city of New York, the Knicks deserve to have that number one guy like RJ Barrett, and them picking up Evan Fournier. Like, I know he's not like the greatest in the world, but he is still a dang good player in the NBA.
That was a major key signing for real.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, and it just adds more depth to their young developing team.
He'll most likely start at the 2.
What, RJ's gonna start at the 3?
Yeah, and then Randall at the 4, then Robinson at the 5.
Yeah, and then Kemba's gonna start at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's not a bad lineup at all, y'all.
And then you got the 1-2 punch with Quickly and D Rose.
Yeah, D-Rose coming off the bench. And Toppin as
Quick.
well.
Yeah, they got some
Kevin
depth.
Knox.
I think they'll be fine if people can stay healthy.
Do we think they are playoff bound? Like top, let's say top 7. Are they top 7?
Play inbound 7 to 10.
Ooh, I could see that. But at the same time, the East.
Or 6 to 8, something like that.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I think they overachieved with like all the injuries that happened last year, but I still think they could be in the playoffs.
I do. Yeah, I agree. I do think they dropped though. I think they dropped drastically, not drastically, but enough to be attentive. But yeah, moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. Is Ben gonna play? I know he's back. Is he gonna play?
Yes, that's my guess.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's
I want to hear this.
It's iffy because I wrote down the same. So if Simmons play, he's probably gonna play to get traded and show his value, or he'll play to stay, or he'll probably have the same. He'll probably come back but do like a James Harden. You never know. That's why it's so iffy in the situation.
Where would he be traded to? That's another good question to have.
I got no clue, man. They're asking way too much for him.
The best fit, I feel like the best fit will be Golden State or the T-Wolves.
Mm-hmm. T-Wolves wouldn't be bad.
What about Portland?
Portland wouldn't be bad.
I mean, but what would they have to trade away? What would they trade away for Portland?
Well, they already proposed C.J. McCollum and 3 first-rounders and 3 pick swaps for Simmons, and they declined it. So clearly, Philadelphia just really want to keep him for him. Yeah.
Or they want 2 stars and 3 first-rounders.
Which my whole thing here is I think that he can come back and really kind of prove him. I think Philly's just trying to get him to come back and make his trade value, hopefully skyrocket. And then, if him and the fans and the team still don't want him around, then you trade him when his value is that much higher.
That's crazy. To me, it's I don't think listen, I think if he plays a game, I think you have to keep him. In my opinion, I think the idea of increasing trade value on Ben Simmons, who's already an established player. Yes, he can't shoot, but I think you still have to just do it. You still have to deal with it. I think Ben Simmons has to stop whining, and thankfully he's back now because that money started decreasing fast in that bank account, and he had to come collect that $8 million that was just sitting for him, getting fined away. But listen, is he going to shoot this season?
Oh no! Well, all season.
You answered that so fast.
I've seen in the off season he's been getting some shots up, but that's every season. So, his really main role on the team, if I had him, would be to defend and facilitate.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to. Yeah. The 76ers just need to surround him with more space and more shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I just think, all in all, with the Sixers, him aside, I think if you've got a healthy Embiid on your team, you're making the playoffs. That's all there is to it.
I think they can be top of the top 4 easily.
Yeah.
Also, with that Matisse Thybulle, he's a pretty good he's honestly him or Ben Simmons should have won defensive player for me last season. I don't think you give it to Rudy Gobert again.
Hold on, wait! I gotta stop you right there because I said that last year. You no. I said that
no, that's wrong. That's not even true. I had Ben Simmons winning it last season. Me and you agreed on that. That's the one thing that we agree on. That's what we did.
I put him Matisse Thybulle as a little runner. You said no.
Nah.
I do like Matisse Thybulle though. I've always liked Matisse Thybulle. Anyway, do we? Okay, so you know how Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons were going at it a little bit this offseason. Are they gonna come back and produce and work together or no?
I still feel really it don't even matter because I still feel like Ben Simmons will still get traded, to be honest. So
honestly, if he get traded, I'd genuinely be surprised. I'm not even gonna lie.
I would too.
Because listen, they how many seasons they've been together now? 4, 5 seasons, 3, 4 seasons, something like that.
And what has happened? The
But
process.
that's not the point. But they've been trying to trust this process. Why would you give up on it now? I mean, you made it to your closest last season whenever your Ben Simmons couldn't close. But I think they need to rework things and get things better. But I have one more question, and then we'll move on from the Sixers. Is Doc Rivers on the hot seat if they don't advance or win the finals this season?
Yes.
No. Hold on. Hold on. I want to hear each side because I have an answer too. Go ahead. Go for the no first. I want to hear that.
No, let him go first.
All right. So my thing was he had that chance kind of in LA to do something, and they kind of underachieved, and then now, Daryl Morey trusted him in Philly, which is a new system. I think that he was able to do a lot there.
Yeah.
And again, they kind of underachieved. So, that it just seems to be consistent in that way. And I do think that, they've got to make it at least to the second round. If they don't have Simmons, if they do, then I think you got to go to the conference finals. Or otherwise his job might be in jeopardy.
Yeah. David?
I mean, it's only this is only second year there, so they trusted Brett Brown for a little bit for the process. So why not trust Rivers? There's really no use of giving him away. He got a lot of championship pedigree. He can help that young team develop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I think 2 reasons why they would give him away, because like Emmett said, he did the same thing with the Clippers. They have enormous talent with the Clippers. They had great talent with the Clippers, but he couldn't get it done. I'm on the side of yes. I feel like if he doesn't get it done this season, he could be gone, because you have 2 All-Stars in the NBA. You have a really healthy, young, good, developing bench, and young players there that should, get you good enough in the playoffs. And if he doesn't utilize those players to the best of their abilities, then I think he might be gone. Am I saying he should be fired? I don't know. Depending on how far they go. I think Eastern Conference Finals, if he doesn't make it at least there, then he's gone, because that's the least you have to do.
Yeah.
Teams like Atlanta, they could put up a fight as well. So
we'll just have to see.
Yeah, exactly. But moving on to the Toronto Raptors. I have a hot take about the Raptors. I think this will be an off year for the Raptors.
Such a wild card.
Yeah, because they don't have many noticeable players, but they still do have they picked up Gordon Dragic this season. They picked up Gary Trent Jr. this season. Pascal Siakam, who's been there, but he's had an off season for the past 2 years. I think he needs to have a good season, and really needs to show how he looked against Golden State in the finals. I think he needs to play like that. And if he doesn't, then I'm not saying he's on the hot seat or anything, because obviously not. They just signed to a big deal, but I think he needs to really prove himself this season as well. Nick Nurse can do it. Nick Nurse can use these young players, and he can develop them into being a good championship team, or not even championship, just a playoff team, in my opinion.
I think that with them, I'm so torn between, because I feel like they could be either really, really good or even really, really bad. I have no clue, but it's just because they still have a lot of the guys that they had for that 2019 team without Gasol and Leonard. But then they also got some talented young guys. So you've got guys that know the system, young guys who are eager to play. I think I actually picked Scotty Barnes at 4, which some people clown me for, but hey, look what happened. But I think he'll be really solid.
Yeah.
And they got a good coach, but I do I do think it's like a really, really good season or really, really bad. I don't really have much more to say about them.
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna start? Like, what's it like? Fred VanVleet, yeah, Fred VanVleet at the 1 probably. You probably
Like,
got Gordon Dragic at the 2, Gary Trent at who's at the 2?
probably Gary
Trent.
Trent.
Well, he's a guard or a forward, so you could probably just move him to the 3.
No, why
I don't
would
know
you
if they
have
would
Warren?
start Dragic.
He's not gonna start.
Maybe
No.
not.
Yeah, probably not. Good point. He didn't really start at Miami a lot. Well, he was hurt a lot as well, though. So, I mean, excuse me. I mean, what? Pascal needs to start at the 4, I guess. Who's there? Big? Like,
Well, it's probably going to be OG Anunoby,
Yeah.
Siakam, and Boucher, the front court.
good point.
Now the back court, it's going to be Van Vliet, and I guess the other guy is going to be a wild card. It
Yeah.
could be Dragic, it could be Gary
Gary
Trent,
Trent.
could be Malachi Flynn. I don't know.
Gary Trent played in Portland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got traded last year.
Yeah. Good basketball knowledge, D. Good job. No, but David, how do you feel about the Raptors this season?
Me personally, I think the Raps gonna be one of the bottom teams in the East, but
Dang.
could be
No.
possibly a play-in contention because they got an exciting young core.
Yeah.
In future seasons, yeah, they're gonna be a problem. But the departure of Lowry hurts the leadership and PG position. But they have Van Fleet and Trent. I put them in my most improved player convo, but that's another talk.
Mhm.
And then, like Emmett said, Scotty Barnes, bro, that man, he can play 1 through 5. He's so versatile, and then he can play make and oh my gosh, defend 1 through 5. Like that was a great pickup.
Okay, so I have one question we'll get out of Toronto. Who's better at this point in their careers, Van Fleet or Kyle Lowry?
Oh,
Ooh.
like overall, or
like right now, who would you start?
I'd start Lowry.
DJ?
What was the question?
Who would you start, Van Fleet or Kyle Lowry?
I had the thing on the iPhone thing. Now it's on speaker.
Van Fleet or Kyle Lowry?
Who's better?
Who would you start right now in their career right now?
Oh boy, I love me some Kyle. I ain't gonna lie. Oh,
I think. Listen, here's a hot take. Don't kill me for this. I think Kyle Lowry is very overrated.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just go get my stuff.
Yes, no.
I'm just gonna get my stuff real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna let you think about that.
Okay, I guess not. Well, anyway, whatever. Moving on. So honestly, one of my favorite teams this season, the Chicago Bulls. They have a very young and a lot of talent. In my opinion, had one of the best free agencies / off seasons this year. But it's funny. It's like, they have so much talent with, bringing in DeMar DeRozan, bringing in Caruso, bringing in Lonzo Ball. Lonzo? Yes, Lonzo. That's the one. Bringing all these guys in, I think they had one of the better off seasons. But losing Larry Markkinen, who I know really wasn't producing much for him, but he is honestly one of my favorite players, just because he's a big man who plays like Dirk and plays like Larry Bird for the time to time. But yeah, how we feeling about him, Emmett?
For me, I think that those are all great pickups, but they kind of put themselves in a little bit of purgatory here because they traded away 2 firsts for Vooch, which is great.
Yeah.
And then, I think they gave a lot away for DeRozan. I think they're paying him like a little too much. They also gave away a first and Thaddeus Young, who was a great bench player for them. And then also gave some pieces away for Lonzo. But I think this is Zach LaVine's he's going to hit free agency and he could easily leave the team if they don't perform well. I kind of think is the Bulls of like it's a super team of second options.
That's perfect.
That's my thing with them.
Yeah.
So it could work, but it also might not. Like I think I have them maybe at 6 in the East. I'm not sold on them yet. I think that they're not going to be that great defensively.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
I think they could have some more depth.
yeah.
Like you got Caruso and Lonzo will hold down the backcourt pretty well, but in that front court, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, listen. And also don't forget they have geez, I forget his name. The
Patrick
kid
Williams
from North Carolina. He got drafted like 2 seasons ago.
Oh
He
gosh.
played on North Carolina or Duke. I can't remember his name, and it's not even on the website.
Who? Vooch?
No, who did their guard that they have? Kobe White. They have so many guards. Like they have so many guards, and honestly, like I think they need to. They have Bill Donovan right now, who was notorious for coaching Russ and them. Not Russ. Yeah, Russ and them, in what city is that? Oklahoma. And so I feel like this team is a very like guard heavy team. But like you said, I think defense will be very questionable. But I do think it will be a fun team to watch. Honestly, I do think Zach LaVine comes back. I don't think he gets traded. I mean, he doesn't come back this season, just because of just what they brought in this offseason for him. I feel like next season he has to stay. But honestly, you never know. Honestly, you never know. What? What?
No, go ahead. Lord.
Well, anyways, but yeah. So we'll see what happens with the Bulls. I got the Bulls. I think at like 8 in the East right now. I know you said 6, and I was like, But listen, the East is one of those things where it's so interchangeable that things could happen and you would never know. But that's all I got for the Bulls. Moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, hello. Yeah, go back. But David, you guys anything to say about the Bulls?
Man, playoff basketball back in Chicago.
Playoff basketball back in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the teams I'm most excited for, man, because the addition of Ball, DeRozan, and Caruso. That's all you need to improve. And they so top heavy. You got 1 through 5. Ball, LaVine, DeRozan, Pat Will, and Vooch.
And yeah.
Then off the bench, you got amazing depth. You got Derrick Jones Jr. you brought in. You got Tony Bradley, and then the 1-2 punch with Caruso and Kobe White.
Go ahead.
I was about to say I got one of them in the 6 man of the year category.
Yeah, I mean, with all that depth, I think one of them will probably win it. I mean, listen, I do think that they are a little limited at big man, like in the center role, because like what they have Vooch and that's it, pretty much.
Vooch and Tony Bradley.
Yeah,
Tony Bradley underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need like another, big man, but I mean, that's all I have for the Bulls. I do think they will be like a shocker team this season. I think they will. They are the type of team that will win a close game. You know what I mean? Like they're the type of team.
Lob City.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look who they have. Like, ooh. So it's gonna be a very fun time watching Chicago games again. That's all I know. But yeah, that's all I got. Now that's all I got for the Chicago Bulls. Moving on to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got one thing before I get into it. Kevin Love is just sitting there collecting money. Is he gonna play this season?
I honestly think he'll most likely get traded. But he said personally he wouldn't do no buyout because he's going to stay with the team.
Is he just sitting there collecting all that money? That's why.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I would.
I promise you I would. I mean, what? Because what is he? I don't even think he's going to start. And it's not because he's bad. I think he's not going to start because he's going to sit on the bench, collect all that money. You have what? Jared Allen there, Larry Markkinen, who's probably going to start at the 4, maybe. Yes, maybe.
I have him coming off the bench with I got Evan Mobley starting.
Yeah, they might do a 1-2 punch, like the Twin Towers. I don't know.
Some big dudes, man. Then you picked up Taco Fall. Not saying he's going to play every game. Well, like 30 minutes a game, but it's still Taco Fall. Some fun for the fans, I guess. But then you got Colin Sexton, who's one of the meanest point guards in the league. He has really good defense, and I don't know if I was matched up against him, I'd be pretty afraid. But like this team is like it's very mediocre.
I wouldn't even say mediocre.
They got what? Ricky Rubio, who's old as dirt and just ready to retire.
He's not as old as you think. He's only like 30.
Yeah, good
and
point.
Rubio, he can facilitate and defend.
I'm not saying he's terrible, but in this NBA, like things are gonna change,
He's trash.
Yeah, and this NBA right now, where everyone can shoot and everybody can play, no. You got Kyle Guy who played 31 games last season, who's got a year or two. Like he's not good enough
I don't even know if he'll crack the rotation.
Terrible. Like they don't have much at all.
Yeah,
they got Osman. I like Osman a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Osman. I know he plays well from time to time. Denzel Valentine, who's been decent around the league, who can probably be good, but we'll see. Other than that, like this team isn't a lot of bells and whistles. It's just
no.
They're
rebuilding.
Yeah, they're rebuilding slowly but surely. I don't know. I think they're like after LeBron left, he cleared house and brought everybody who was good with him.
Yep.
And I honestly think this was one of the worst off seasons I see
from them.
All the pickups they had, they didn't really need bigs. They only got bigs this off season. They really needed guard help and wing help.
Yeah, don't know. I mean, I don't know why they picked up Larry Markkinen. I mean, I think they probably see him like having a lot of potential in the future. But like right now, what? Like come on, y'all. He's not. You didn't need that when you have Jared Allen and Taco Falls and like you're still paying Kevin Love. You're still paying Kevin Love. Don't forget that.
I understand the pickup because Taco Fall and Jared Allen, they can't shoot. Laurie, he can shoot that thing.
Oh yeah, he's just too inconsistent.
I wouldn't say inconsistent. It's injuries that label him.
Well, I mean that's why he's inconsistent because he just can't survive an entire season. But I honestly, he's one of my favorite like young players. I like the big man who can like turn away from the basket and pass the ball really well like Jokic. It's my guy. But here don't start this year about talking about Jokic, man. Come on now. But yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers aren't much to talk about. They're kind of boring. Yeah. But moving on. A team who I very interested to see this season. The Detroit Pistons.
Move on.
I'll go first so I can just get this out the way.
So funny.
Because I only got 3 letters for this team. Man, bottom tier team. That's all I know. The only bright side I see is the K Cunningham Rookie of the Year.
What about Luka? The rookie from Iowa.
Who?
Luka
Garza, bro.
Yo, I hope you playing.
I am. Yeah. I mean, look, this team. Look what they have. They have nothing. They have nothing.
Like Jeremy Grant's probably going to get traded, and they're just going to do a full-on rebuild. I mean, they got Isaiah Stewart's an up-and-coming center, but I just don't see him competing at all. Now, I do think Orlando might be worse than them, to be honest, but
really,
shoot, I don't even think Orlando will be worse.
Yeah. Listen, these, I don't know what they thought. Good point. They are in rebuild phase, and they're trying to develop their young kids. I know they're gonna probably know that this isn't gonna be their year. But Orlando surprised a lot of people last season and the season before. But yeah, good point.
Whoa!
What?
Wait, what are you saying?
Did you say the surprise niggas last? I'm sorry, but people last year.
Did they not? I mean, not last year. It was a bubble year, 2 years ago.
Oh.
2 seasons. Yes. My apologies for misspeaking. But no, I think Actually, I do think I think Orlando will be better than the Pistons this season. Looking at their roster, I think we'll be better than the Pistons.
You know why the Pistons are going to be trash?
Because they have no one except Kate Cunningham.
Because they got rid of Mason Plumlee.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Yeah.
they brought in Kelly Olynyk. I honestly think Kelly Olynyk is better than Mason Plumlee.
I completely disagree.
No, I could see them even.
I'm not
I'm
not saying Kelly's terrible, but at the same time, I think Mason Plumlee provides a lot more. I think he provides more to a team than Kelly Olynyk. Okay, they could be like neck and neck, but I don't think he can say he's drastically better than them.
During this NBA, because Kelly Olynyk, he can shoot way better than Plumlee. That's why
shoot. But Plumlee can air that thing out too, though. Plumlee can shoot too, though.
Plumlee can't shoot, at least not threes.
He can't shoot.
I must be talking about the season where he played the Nuggets. I watched a lot of Nuggets basketball that season, and he was knocking them down, I guess. Well, I guess not. I look like I'm wrong again. So, but yeah, I think that's all I got for the Pistons, because honestly, they're gonna have another offseason to be at the bottom of the barrel again. But yeah, moving on to the Indiana Pacers. I don't know, this team, like they placed really high last season. They finished what, top 5, top 6 or something like that.
They were 10. Or they were 9.
Yeah, they just played in and made the playoffs. My bad. Yeah, this how we feel about the Pacers, y'all?
I think it could be a seed or a play-in contention once again. It's just Indiana. They got a good team, but health is just really their issue.
Yeah, they got a good starting lineup.
Yeah, LeVert, Turner, Warren, and even the rotational guy, Emmett Summer. They all got hurt last season. They still recovering. Mm-hmm. So it's just based off of injuries. Now I still think Sabonis will be a borderline all-star, but it's just really based off of health.
Yeah. So I think LeVert is gonna start at the beginning of the season. I think he's healthy.
No, yeah, it'll probably be Brogdon, LeVert, TJ Warren, Sabonis, and Turner.
TJ and LeVert still hurt. And
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang. So TJ
he probably out indefinitely.
What does anyone know what it is?
He tore his something last year. I think it was ACL or Achilles something.
Is he still recovering?
Yeah, because Clay's not gonna be back until like about a month from now too.
And then LeVert had back. He recovered from the ACL, but he had back surgery or something like that.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I hope to see him get better. He was a dog in Brooklyn. But I think so. Jeremy Lamb will probably start. His birthday is 1 day before mine. Look at that.
How about that?
Who, Jay Lamb?
Yeah, his is 30th of May. So important, we got to talk about it on the podcast. So, yeah. You ever want to send me a gift? Yeah, but anyways, listen, this team is, it's a really talented team, and they have a really lot of stars. Not stars. They have a lot of underground stars, where it's like they could be a good team, and they could, push for that, 9th or 8th spot in the playoffs. Well, no, that 9th seed, which is a play-in, so 8th spot in the playoffs. But do I think they'll be top 6 or top 7? Probably not. But they do have some dogs on this team. They do have that willpower to want to win games and want to fight for each other and for the team. Should be an interesting. I mean, I feel like it's funny. It's the NBA. We always look at the calendars and it's like, oh man, this is gonna be an easy win. I think this year there's almost none of those guaranteed easy wins. I feel like you have to wake up for every single game now. And I mean, that's a good thing, competitiveness and looking at, games and stuff. But I think that's how, the Pacers will sneak into the playoffs, beating an upset. Like for Brooklyn, one night they don't show up or something. I think they could beat that team. So I think when everyone is healthy, they'll be fine for the most part. But yeah, moving on. NBA champs. Milwaukee Bucks. Back to back? Back to back?
Nah.
Okay. Emmett,
I
back to back?
think they'll be a top-tier team in the league. But the reigning champs, they really got more comp this year in the East. With the Nets, with Kyrie possibly maybe getting vaccinated, scary hours. You got the Heat. You know about your team. And then, shoot, you even got Philly in that combo.
But this team is very, very good. Like I think they were missing some key players in that playoff last season. I'm not like DiVincenzo. He was a beast. He can shoot that thing from anywhere.
And the defense.
Yeah, like missing him was a big reason. I can't. I'm so sorry.
But
they played the Suns. That is right.
One of the big reasons they won the championship was PJ Tucker.
Yes.
And now he's gone.
He is a Heat now. So that's gonna be big. You still got what? You still got Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, they got their team.
Brooke Lopez. Like they're fine.
They could definitely go back to back. I just think with all the injuries that happen, I think other teams will give them run for their money.
Yeah, and honestly, I think they can go back to back because like they understand what it takes to win one. And it's like whenever you win a championship, it's like you understand how you get there. It's like how you understand how like what it takes to get to that moment. And I think them now knowing what it takes to get to that moment, it almost becomes easier in a way. But I think Giannis will he'll average 50 and win every game. But it's interesting to him. Will Grayson Allen be in the rotation more?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, they brought in a lot of shooting this offseason.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I really didn't like Grayson Allen in college whatsoever.
Oh, nobody did, but that's still my Duke boy. Shit, I'm gonna support him.
My Duke boy, yeah. But it's an interesting one, man. I don't know. They could win it. I think they could really do it, and they could go back to back. But it's just a matter of time and when it happens,
The only back-to-back I got for that team is possibly Giannis being MVP.
Yeah, that's really viable. That could happen easily.
Yeah, easily.
But
okay.
Yeah, next game, Atlanta Hawks. Top 3 in the East?
Nah, I got them at 5.
I got them at 5 as well.
They got in the middle of the conference.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Well, they just got so much depth. Like they're good in every position. They got their star guy, Trae Young. They've got their superstar guy, I should say. They got their other all-star, John Collins, and Clint Capella is a great center for that team. And their bench,
Cam Reddish.
They still got and
DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
Sharif.
They got a squad, y'all.
Yeah,
Jalen Johnson.
What is this? How did they get Lou Will coming off the bench as well? Like,
bro, oh my God.
Like they have. Listen, I do think because the East is so good, I think they will finish 5 or 6. But I think they are a team like last season. You have to watch out for in the playoffs. Yeah, they are. They could really make somebody's day real bad, real fast.
I agree with Emmett. Like that team has everything. They just need development. They got a good team for shooting, defending, rebounding, and bench depth. Like there's no more you can ask for.
Yeah, they're just a young team who's hungry for a win, and they can get it. I mean, they knocked off some of the best teams in the East last season and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. No one thought that at the beginning of the season. They were out of the playoffs like a couple of months before the end of the season. So honestly, like they fought to get back in the playoffs. They fought to win every game. They almost probably should have beat. They beat. What team is that, y'all? 76ers. So
no, there was always a 5-6. There was never 5. for playoff contention?
At the beginning of the season, they weren't the best. They weren't the better. They weren't the best, I guess.
Yeah, no, because they had coaching issues
Yeah.
and injuries, and they just figured it all out at the end.
Yeah, but hopefully they can not hopefully. I think they can produce and they can come together as a team. I think it'll take I wouldn't say it's going to take a while for them to understand each other, understand what needs to happen, but I think it's going to take about a month into the season, and then they're going to win a lot of games. I think this team is almost unstoppable. If they can keep their egos and their brains at bay and they can play like a team, I think they could win a lot of games. Yeah, exactly. You know, I just realized John Collins looked like Flight.
Where did this come from, bro? What the fuck, bro?
Because I'm looking at their like roster pictures and he looks like Flight. I'm sorry, that's completely irrelevant, but that just was said. But yeah, they could be an important team. You know, coming out of the East and an upset team in the playoffs as well.
Collins and John.
Yeah, Collins. Flight FTC. That man's a nut. But moving on to y'all's team, because I'm not gonna say anything about it.
You can say. I want you to go first. Actually,
what trash you got to talk about the Hornets?
Okay, don't sit there and say I sit and trash the Hornets.
No.
I like the Hornets. I like what they have. They have a really good team. I think their bigs need to be better, which they picked up Mason Plumlee. That's a big addition. Yeah, that's about it for me. No, Terry Rozier, Cody Martin will be good for them. Gordon Hayward needs to really, I think he needs to average somewhere from 10 to 20 points in that gap to be good. I think LaMelo will play really well this season. He will be a main reason they make it to the playoffs. Miles Bridges played well last season as well. I don't know. I do PJ Washington too. Like they could be a playoff team like the Hawks, who are young and who just wants it more. Because a lot of these guys do. Oh, Kelly Oubre as well. I mean, okay. Kelly Oubre is a hit or miss. Depends on the night. Am I right or am I wrong?
No.
Okay. Whatever. Because listen, I don't think he's. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I get like
the dude averaged like 16 to 18 each season. Like, come on, man.
I will look. Okay, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna look that up. Go ahead, Emmett.
Okay, no,
he's I think with the Warriors.
He's right, but Golden State it dropped a little bit.
Hold on now. Go ahead. Talk about your Hornets. Yeah, I don't want to be any problems.
God, yeah.
No, you're actually right. You're right.
I think realistically they'll be a play-in team. I mean, I you know, as much as it pains me to say it, but I think they could be close with, you know, New York and Indiana, Philly, Chicago. Like, they're just going to have to – I just don't think they can be top 6. I think, like, 6 would be their ceiling, and that would be sick. But I don't know. I just don't see them getting more than the play-in, in my opinion. Because, you know, Gordon Hayward's hit or miss. You know, they got killed on defensive rebounding last year and just rebounding in general, where it was just sad to watch. And I don't know, if Plumlee somehow gets injured, I'm sorry, we're screwed because we got nobody to like box out down there and everything. But, you know, I still think their offense, you know, can hold their own a little bit, and they got some good defensive wings. I think Book Knight's going to be real solid for them. So I really hope they can overachieve, but you know, I'm just looking at it realistically and how much better the East has gotten. I just don't know. I mean, DJ, you might have something different on them.
I mean, obviously, I can't say my Hornets will be in the play-in, but I got them realistically like 6 to 8 seed because we had a lot of injuries last season. Ball missed 21 games. Hayward missed 28. Then when Graham and Monk was around, they missed a combined of 47 games. There was just a lot of injuries. Before LaMelo got injured, like we saw it was like a top 4 seed.
No, they were 4th in the East. Yeah, I was gonna say that. They were 4th in the East.
Here's the other thing with that 4 seed. They were also like only 2 or 3 games above 500. The East was pretty bad that year.
Yeah.
So I don't put that much thought into that. But it's a good point to make. I think, they can be competitive. But, yeah, that Eastern Conference at the beginning of the year was not that great.
Yeah. But with that as well, it's like, I don't know, they got like beat by Indiana, right? To be put out of the playoffs last season.
They got blown out.
Just-
Got blown out, right? Yeah, they got blown. I didn't want to say it because y'all Hornets fans are very offensive. So,
Bro,
And you got swept, so hey.
here we go. No, okay. Anyways, listen. Listen. They got blown out last season against Indiana Pacers. Listen, I do think next offseason they need to look at a big man, if not now, because like you said, Emmett, like if Mason Plumlee goes down, who else is gonna get boards? Who else is gonna be that big man? I think them only having one is a problem. Not even one, just a true center and Mason Plumlee. That's a pretty problem. But hopefully they can understand and they can rally as a team. I know they're a team to watch out for though. Like you said, offense-wise, they can produce a lot on offense. So, and especially with LaMelo Ball and injuries will ruin your season.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
You know what they will be top 3 in?
Shooting threes or dunking.
Like, funnest teams to watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Box
them.
office.
Yeah, them and the Bulls.
Box office.
I feel like they'll be one of the most improved teams, the Hornets.
Mhm.
Just because they're on TV more often.
No, just look at
Yeah, you got a point.
they got Book Knight and Kai Jones. Like that helps the youth and like the chemistry. And then they both can score. And then Kai Jones, he can really defend. That's all we really needed.
Yeah.
And then we picked up Oubre. He helped with defense 1 through 4. Then we got Ish Smith. He can defend. He quick and score.
Bro, his mid-range is cash.
Bro,
Oh, my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen him miss one.
Hey man, you got some. He's been in the league 11 seasons. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in there long. But yeah, I don't know. The Hornets will be like a bottom playoff or play-in team, but they can make noise in the playoffs with their starting point guard LaMelo Ball. LaMelo is I'm older than LaMelo Ball, and I'm making this much money. He's making that much money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A shame.
What are we doing with our lives, bro?
We're doing something wrong. That's what we're doing. But
no, but I could talk forever about them, so we should just move on to another team.
yeah, next team is the Hornets. I meant the Hornets.
What?
The Miami Heat. My team.
Nah, move on.
Why would be okay? Here's the take about my team. I don't like Victor Oladipo.
He's boomer bust.
I don't like. I honestly, when they signed him, I was very upset. I think you should. I mean, what they have him now with also they have Kyle Lowry. They should trade him. Just trade him. Trade him for Bradley Beal. Let's go get Bradley Beal.
Disagree with you. I think that he signed a 1-year $3 million deal, which is essentially a 1-year prove it deal.
Yeah.
Where he has a chance to revitalize his career and prove to everyone that the injuries didn't slow him down. So I think he could really prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you don't always prove yourself. So if he doesn't, ship him at the deadline. But
hey,
he's on it'd be different if he was on an $18 million deal, but
yeah,
but he's on a minimum deal. So I think you give the dude a shot.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, if anything, he's just like y'all said when you use y'all's logs against y'all. He's building trade capital. We can just get him out if he looks good, trade him for something more. But with the likes of, I think Tyler Hero needs to have a breakout season as well. Last season was a bust. He just didn't look good. The bubble just made him, very happy, and he played great in the bubble, but he didn't bring that out as well. Kyle Lowry, I think he'll bring some more veteranship like Jimmy Butler and take some of the heat off Jimmy Butler this season. Bam needs to play well like he did last season. He's a really good center. Duncan Robinson's one of the best shooters in the NBA. PJ Tucker's just going to add some aggression and some, more veteranship to that defense of the Heat. I all in all very excited. We don't have many, I would say, superstars, but we do have some really good leaders and veterans in the NBA who can defend. I think the Heat will be a very defensive team this season. Just adding PJ Tucker, but Kyle Lowry doesn't play much.
Bro, y'all stole the other Martin twin.
Is he? Where's his brother at right now?
Still with the Hornets.
Still with the Hornets?
Yeah.
Well, I think hopefully we got the better one, I guess.
No.
How do y'all feel?
There's a reason he got released.
Exactly. How do y'all feel the Heat will do this season?
3 seed.
3?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't go that high.
I got him.
I said 6.
Whoa. I got him 1 through 3. Nah, I ain't gonna say 1 through 3. I'll say 2 to 4.
Nah, I think when you said Kyle, you said Kyle Lowry is overrated.
Yes, I did say he's overrated.
You did say that.
I did. You're right. I can't even take it back.
I think you underestimate how much veteran leadership he's going to bring to that team in the backcourt with Jimmy Butler. I think that he's so eager to since he's on sort of his his later years in his prime. I think this is
Is he still in his prime?
This is probably his last year.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's see.
But I think people are underrating that pickup that much because they did make the finals without him not too long ago, and it's the same team essentially. So
yeah,
I think they could make it to the finals.
I mean, I don't mind if my team make it to the finals or not. We got some dogs. We got some dogs coming out of Miami. We can do it. If Tyler Hero can come in and average 20 points a game, Heat are a finals team. If he can't, Heat are not.
Shoot, I got a lot of talk about the Heat. Even though that's not my favorite team, that's one of my favorite teams to watch. But Kyle Lowry, like Emmett said, he had that championship pedigree to that locker room. Same with PJ, last year. And then PJ effect will be PJ effect will be big for the Heat.
PJ effect. I love it.
Yeah, the PJ effect. We should call it that now.
And then I got very much huge expectations for Hero this season coming off the bench. I got him really in the most improved and 6th man of the year category.
Sky's the limit for him.
Yeah.
Then y'all brought back Duncan.
I mean, Duncan what? $65 million?
90.
Oh yeah, 90. Well, not enough, I guess.
And then Oladipo. Yeah, I still think Oladipo is good. Injury really messes with him, but off the bench, he's gonna be good for that depth behind Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in all, it's a very exciting team. Full of things. There's a couple question marks like Victor Oladipo. I wouldn't say Euro, but enough to where it's you got to see what he's gonna be about. But there's enough depth where it's and if our young players step up as well, it just all in all, I think Eric Spoelstra is the coach to do it. He's led one team to a championship. I think he can do it again, and he led Heat to a championship in the bubble as well. So I mean, not terrible, I guess. But yeah, moving on to the Magic, Orlando Magic. Y'all were saying that they're going to be bottom of the NBA team as well. They have talent, y'all. Jalen Suggs, who I think should have stayed another season. Terrence
Name
Ross.
another person.
Terrence Ross, who's good.
Name another person.
Terrence who?
Terrence.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna keep naming people. Robin Lopez.
Bro.
Jonathan Isaac.
I know you did not just say Robin Lopez.
R.J. Hampton. Carter Williams. Carter Jr.
Shush. Just stop it.
Markelle Fultz. No.
Mo
Bamba. Cole Anthony.
Isaac and Fultz are injured.
Isaac? Is he really?
Whole season.
What happened to him?
ACL in the bubble, and then he tore his arm.
In the bubble? 2 years ago?
No, yeah. He tore his meniscus too as well at the same time.
That's a rough one.
I know it is. No, they got 5 point guards. What are you supposed to do with that?
Remind me of what team we were talking about. Can't remember.
The Cavs with the big man.
Oh, yeah, but it reminds me of Well, whatever. It's gone. No, it reminded me of the Bulls with their point guards and small forwards and stuff. I think. Listen, this team will be a bottom of the league team as well. Not much to talk about with them. They're still notoriously bad. I think the bubble was a good thing for them, I guess. Moving on. Next game next team. Next game. NFL podcast to do it to you. Next team we have the Washington Wizards. They'll be at the bottom as well for me. I have.
I got them. I agree with you partially. I got them bottom East play-in contention.
I have 11. I have them at 11 as well.
Ooh. I got them at 10.
10? And
I got them.
Interesting.
I got them at least scraping play-in, like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why?
They did add a lot of because they added. What you mean?
That's what I know why. I want to hear your opinion about it.
I mean, past 2 seasons they had like a star next to Bill, but this season is different. They rebuilt it with depth. They got Dinwiddie, Kuz, Trez, KCP, and Aaron Holiday. It's not really no star power, so that's why the value drops down. But it's still a good team. Just they don't have the star power. And they got Rui and Denny Avdija. So they'll be good in the coming future.
No, they got depth.
I like Denny Avdija a lot. I think he can hoop. But here's a big question mark for me. Kyle Kuzma. Talk about it.
Did you see him last night?
I did. Wait, what night was this? I saw him 2 nights. 2 nights
that man scored 24 and 6 threes.
Huh. Well, the night before he stunk it up. So I must be up. Yeah, look, I think he had a rough one.
I don't look at preseason for anything, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they're all out there just getting their legs under them, making sure they don't get injury.
But they got a good bit for Russell Westbrook, and they got some. I think Dinwiddie's really good. I think people are underrating him. I got him at 10 above Toronto, just because I think they got a lot of depth and they seem to be really excited to play with each other. So I think Beal's happy. I think it'll be fine.
Listen, I think we're forgetting about Cassius Winston, man. He won He's almost single-handedly won Michigan State their championship. He's a dog.
Bro.
He plays really good defense.
Yo, you just naming names now?
No, I watched him play.
Yeah, he's not.
He played well.
He's not NBA level just because of the height. Just
6'1", but at the same time he played well. That's all. That's what I'm going off of how have I seen him play. And when I watched him play for those games, he played well.
Bro, if y'all ever play 2K, my GM, Cassius Winston evolves to a 90 in 3 years.
See, look, he's gonna be like that. He's gonna be most improved player of this season. Watch, he's gonna come out. He's gonna average 50. Watch.
He said, "Oh no."
Whatever, man. You're a hater. Whatever.
All right, we can move on.
Next game, Denver Broncos.
Bro, quit saying game.
Oh,
what?
Y'all, I record this podcast twice a week. I'm so sorry. The first one is Denver Broncos. Wow. Denver Nuggets. I just caught it that late. Yeah.
We went through the whole East in an hour 15.
An hour. It's a fun time, isn't it? Terrible.
All right.
Jokic, yes, my MVP. He could go back to back. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do like Jokic though. I think he is a really good center, and this team around him, they're young, they're hungry, and they are very talented. Jamal Murray, I don't think he's back yet. I think he still has a month and a half, right?
No, he's going to be out for a little minute. He just tore his ACL in April.
Yeah, good point. So he has a couple more, like 6 more months, maybe.
I have heard playoffs.
Yeah, I have heard that this Bones kid who played at Virginia
he's
Commonwealth.
Raw.
He's
Highland, bro.
But I heard. I heard that he can hoop. And so Yeah, him coming off the bench can be a plus for them as well. Capasso, I mean, how do y'all feel about Capasso?
Bones Highland is crazy.
I like Capasso. I think he's a smart player who's young, who got the fire under him as well. I mean,
30?
NBA wise, he's a year in. That's what I was saying. Young NBA wise. Yeah, he's 31 years. He's 30 years old. He's old. But yeah, I listen. This team can be another deep playoff team. I think they'll probably end up at like 3 in the
Yeah, I got him at 3
in the NBA in the West this season. Yeah, this team could do it. All the way, not so sure, but they could be good enough. Aaron Gordon, I think, is a big question mark. I think he needs to really, formulate things with Jokic and really understand like the role that he needs to play and play it well. I don't think he should be shooting 10, 20 times a game. I think he should be in the paint for the most part. But I don't know. We'll see. He's a talent. This team could be good. This team can make some upsets in the playoffs. But that's it. That's all y'all got for the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah, next game. Minnesota Timberwolves. Huh? Next game. Next team.
If you say game one more time, I'm leaving this.
Bro, I'm sorry. I struggle. It's late, Yesterday I recorded the NFL. Today is the NBA. I just need to switch my brain back on,
And yesterday I smoked about 10 blunts, nigga.
Okay.
Way more tired.
Oh my gosh. Perfect. That's just great. Timberwolves.
Oh, we're not recording, right?
Yep, we are.
Oh shit. Shoot.
Oh my god. Timberwolves. Let's talk about it.
Shoot. Oh well, I got them this year just because my dog Pat Bell, bro. I got them play-in contender because Edwards and Towns will only improve. They both young. They guard heavy with D'Lo, Ant, Malik Beasley, Okogie, and Pat Bell. Like that's defense and scoring in the guard position. Yeah. Then you got Towns already. He can score down low. Just need to work on his defense a little bit.
And staying healthy as well.
Yep.
Yeah, major thing. And then the signing of there was one of the worst defense. There was I think the third worst defense.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
But with the signing with Taurean Prince, he can guard 1 through 4. And he can shoot that thing. And then Pat Bev, like I said, like defense wins championship. So I think they'll only improve. They'll be a play-in contender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got them at 11.
Ooh. I had a question. Yeah, I got a question. Are they better than the Pelicans?
No, I got the Pelicans right ahead.
Oh, see.
That's interesting. Oh. So, like right now, I'm gonna be honest. I have them at 12 under the Pelicans, but we're about to talk about the Pelicans in a second. But I have a certain opinion about them. Yeah. But listen, this team, I think they'll be bottom of like playoff contention or like just like a game out. I do think they could be something, but it'll be hard for them to be good this season, if that makes sense. They're just. I wouldn't say they're fully young, but they just are missing, key things like Edwards just got nothing but to do but to grow. He's gonna be really good. But yeah.
Last thing I'll say before we move on, I do think that like a Ben Simmons for D'Angelo Russell swap is definitely possible if they throw in the right.
I mean, what else? Yeah. I think they're gonna want 2 players in that trade. So who else are you gonna give them?
Probably Beasley.
Yeah, Bees, because he had a lot of like trouble and stuff. So yeah, I'll give him away.
Yeah. But I don't think it happens. I don't think the Sixers do that.
Yeah, no. But that would be a good fit for him though. With Anthony Edwards controlling the ball. I think it will be him.
And if that does happen, like Pat Bev, Anthony Edwards, Ben Simmons, Cat, now you got a great defensive team.
Yeah, you went from being one of the worst defending teams in the NBA to one of the best, just with the addition of Pat Bev for the first place. He's gonna teach those kids how to get down and play some defense too, because he just got nothing but heart.
And Pat, he was an underrated sign. Like he haven't missed the playoffs since he got into the league, so he really on the show the experience too for the young guys.
Yeah. So next team is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'm gonna get this out the way, man, because I ain't really got names. Bottom of the West.
Yeah, 13 for me.
13? Not even 15?
I got 13.
I got him 15.
I think honestly, I'm missing a team. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
Lord.
I think it's the Spurs. It's the Spurs, yeah. Yeah. So 13, I guess. 15. I don't know. They're just rebuilding mode. They got a lot of young kids here.
Yeah, at this point they're just learning how to play with each other. That's it.
Yeah. And honestly, it's fine with that,
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Not much to really hoop and hop about.
I'm excited about watching Giddey though. I think he'll be good.
He can hoop. He really knows how to put a team on his back. But I think right now it's in his career it's too much for him, so he's not going to be able to carry the entire team.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, Thunder that was quick. Not much to talk to y'all about. Next team, the Portland Trailblazers. This team here,
see, they're kind of a receptor of the West being too good. Like that's just a disadvantage for them.
Yeah.
So, and it really always has for the last 4 years.
Agreed.
Because they're they got a good roster, but not good enough to just get over the hump of everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got them at exactly 8 because I think Lillard. If you got Lillard, McCollum, and Norman Powell, your offense is taken care of there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be good there, and Nurkic will be great.
Healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he could be a top 10 center. I won't lie. He was so good before he went down.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like you said. That's his only problem, y'all. Is being healthy. He's been hurt and beaten up every single season. But yeah, this team, like you said, they were in the East. I think they could be easily mid East.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, Dame Lillard can get you out of the AC by himself. Let's be honest. He's one of the best shooters in the NBA as well. And so it's just, I don't know. This team is very it always has a big question mark because no one really knows what's going to happen with them, and no one really knows how they're going to fall and how the smoke's going to settle with them. But hopefully they can. Yeah, I got them at 8. I got them at 8. DJ.
I always have biggest expectation for Trailblazers, but I got them coming out Midwest, probably 5 or 6 seed, something like that.
6? Huh.
Yeah, 5 or 6. I got them behind number 1 Lakers, 2 Jazz, 3. Well, we're gonna see the
we'll do that in a second. Yeah, we're almost there, kind of, I guess.
Well, we're also kind of going through where we got the teams at as we're going through. So
yeah, but
and then I feel like this season, it really got to be the success. The success depends on CJ presence in the backcourt with Dame for real.
Yeah, and I think that's always their big question mark is CJ and Dame. Because I feel like some nights you're gonna get Dame on. Oh well, not some nights. All nights you're gonna get Dame on. But CJ, he's bound to have a bad game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, who's gonna be that third guy to step up for them and be them? Because it's gonna have to be Norman Powell now. Larry Nance is gonna have to step up as well. I don't know how many minutes he's gonna get, but he's gonna have to play with every minute he has.
He might start the 4.
Yeah.
And then
what about
they defense?
Yeah, he probably played 3, I guess. Go ahead.
Their defense really, it's still bad. They was second worst defense in the league last year, and they really didn't add no additions. They really got worse with Derrick Jones Jr. and Cantor leaving. So it's weird. But I like to pick up a Dennis Smith Jr. though. He can be a major comeback to the league after being picked up.
Yeah. And hey, they picked up Phillips this week. Let's see where that goes this season. So they're here coaching. Hopefully Chauncey knows how to coach some boys in the right way. You know? Yeah, but next game.
Okay.
Next,
See ya.
next team, Utah Jazz. Will the Jazz hold up what they were last season?
No. I'm glad you said that because that's one of my first notes. I think last year was the only good season we'll ever see. I always have those hopes for the Jazz to succeed, but they always find some way to get out the first round and would not even get out.
That's interesting. Listen, I don't know if they could be that team that went number one in the West, but I don't think they dropped that many spots. I think they maybe just dropped one or two, because they still have the likes of Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Clarkson, who played lights out last season. Mike Conley, who he's a middle of the road man, but he's still the name.
I do
Joe
like
Ingles, old man Joe, who's still knocking them down. Rudy Gobert, who's defensive player of the year, but he's still a big addition to that team as well. So
one of the key additions this offseason, I really feel like you already know, my boy Whiteside.
Whiteside.
That pile of garbage.
Bro, if you were a true Heat fan, you would appreciate him.
He was great before he got the contract. Yes.
Let him get some shine. He's going to get some shine behind Gobert this time. So, you're going to see.
Listen, we're going to see. This season, I'm going to watch as many Jazz games and put my eyes on Hassan Whiteside. He's not good anymore. I hope he has a rebirth and turns good because he wasn't. Because he's not good. And he honestly wasn't good at Portland. Let's be honest. He wasn't.
What?
Was he good? Okay, Emmett, no bias. Was he good at Portland?
What?
Wait,
no, David, be quiet. David, be quiet. No, you got to let him talk.
Okay, hold
Go
up.
ahead.
His season with Portland, I think he had close to 16 points and 12 boards. I think he was pretty solid in
Ain't
Portland.
no way.
But it didn't translate to success.
Here, I'll pull his numbers.
No,
right
you
now.
can look that up. I think it was one of his.
Yeah, it's 14 and 12.
Yeah, that year 19. So in the bubble, I think it's the bubble year. He played 30 minutes, 15 points, 15.5 points, 13 boards. That's good. Yes,
That's
fine,
good.
Fine, that's good. But listen. After he got cut from Miami, he's been down the drain. That's all I'm saying.
No, he haven't had minutes. He's just there for leadership. Put him on the Hornets. Let him start.
Put him on the Hornets and he starts. What happens?
It's a problem.
Okay, I'm done talking about Hassan Whiteside because I could just ramble about him all day. Golden State Warriors, one of the biggest question mark teams coming into this season. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? I want to hear. 6?
See, it can go. I got
them at 7 behind Dallas.
See, I got them either. It's hard with them. The
Watch, he says 2.
Or the play-in contender because Klay still hurt for half of the season.
No, yeah, that's the biggest thing is that he'll be out for half the season. So can they carry the load without him?
I think they can.
Yeah, they built a deeper team though. They got Kuminga, they got Otto Porter, Avery Bradley, and then
they brought Iguodala back, who's a
Moody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good mixture of vets and the youth.
I think Wiseman is gonna have to step up. I do think. Listen, hear me now. I think Jordan Poole will be most improved player. He's He has likes to be really good this season. You don't
No.
think so? You said no. He's gonna be better than everybody on the Hornets. How about that?
Well, okay.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Come on, man. Don't drag me. Don't do it.
Okay,
But
so the Warriors just had to figure out like whether
If it
they would
works.
trade their draft picks and like Wiggins for Ben Simmons, or do you want to like try and get the young guys in the rotation? So they chose the young guys, and I honestly think that's a good move because they're kind of planning for post Steph and Clay when they're not as good, and they'll still have Wiseman, Moody, Kuminga. Like I think they'll be good for like respectable for the next like 20 years. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Like 15.
I mean, I think them picking up Avery Valley was big. For defense, he's a really good defender. I didn't know they got Jordan Bell back though. After he's taken his lap around the NBA for the past 3 seasons. But yeah, I mean, they have a good team. They have a lot of young players who need to make a noise, like James Wiseman. I think he needs to play better than he did last season. But yeah, I think he's going to grow up to be a really good center in the league. And this team will probably finish off 6 or 7 over me. Draymond's a beast. Love that guy. Yeah, that's all I got for the Golden State Warriors. LA Clippers.
Man.
Well, I'm going to say this. Don't yell at me. I'm going to say this. They're going to finish number 2 in the West. That's
what?
No.
Hold on.
You know why? Kawhi is out.
For what?
No, he's out for like almost the whole year. Did you know that?
Are you serious?
ACL injury.
Oh, yeah. Remember they never confirmed it? That is right. Oh, no. I want to read. I want to.
But with Kawhi, I agree with you. Yeah, they would have been 2 seed.
He has surgery in like August.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be out the whole season then. Actually,
he could probably be back for playoffs if they make it.
So let's drop this down to like maybe number 9.
No,
I got
not that bad.
I got him at 7.
Yeah, 7.
I think Paul George is really good, and he could
he got to stay healthy.
Listen, I love Paul George. Don't get me wrong. Like I want to before I.
What you about to say?
I know you ain't about to talk mess about PG.
Not much mess, just a little bit of mess. I like Paul George. I think he is a dominant, player in his position and one of the best in the NBA. I think he's a little inconsistent. But I do think the likes of picking up Eric Bledsoe is going to be helpful for them. I think Reggie Jackson is going to be good for them as well. I think they can still be that team without Kawhi Leonard. But I do think Paul George needs to step up a lot more. He came, and was, stepped up at the end of the season last season, but he needs to be better every night. Yeah, not that bad. Not much slander, but there you go. There you go. That's all I got.
I think Reggie gonna step up and be that second man.
Ooh, really?
He definitely can.
He can, yeah.
He did that in the playoffs when Kawhi was out.
And he looked good too. He looked really good. Yeah, listen, that's that. Yeah, not too bad. Listen, Clippers can be a good team this season without Kawhi Leonard, but it's just going to be a matter of Ty Lue and this team coming together and really wanting it because that's their problem. Let's be honest, their problem is like getting up for games and wanting to win the game. And so I think if they get up for games and they do what they need to do, they could win. They could be pretty good. That's not. I didn't know Kawhi was out. I don't think that'll be 2. I retract that statement, but he's not gonna be 2. The Lakers.
Hey, new faces, new places. Westbrook, Nunn, Monk, Ellerton, Bazemore, Jordan, Howard, Rondo, Melo, Ariza. Man, that's 6 Hall of Famers. Like, that's crazy.
One problem.
What's that?
I don't think LeBron.
Shooting?
No. Well, hold on. I don't think LeBron, Westbrook, and AD are going to click well. Here's why. LeBron needs the ball in his hands all the time. Westbrook needs the ball in his hands all the time. But but Westbrook's a very high-powered turnover machine, and he also is a poor shooter. So I don't know if LeBron's going to take it under his wing and possess the ball more, but something's going to have to happen. I think they do have a really nice bench. Horton Tucker's going to start, right?
Who?
Horton Tucker, he's going to start.
Either
No.
him or Monk or no.
Yeah, I think Monk.
No, I think Horton Tucker will start.
Well, he's actually injured.
He's hurt.
Oh, really? What already?
I don't think it's that bad.
He's younger than I thought. It's like he's born in 2000. Wow, he's uber. But yeah, their team, they have a lot of depth with Malik Monk, Austin Reeves, Rondo, who still cracking on, I guess. Listen, I do think that I got the Lakers at 5. I got the Lakers at 5, finishing 5 in the West.
Oh my gosh.
Where do y'all have them?
I got them the favorites for the West, bro.
I got him at 2.
At 1? Well, that's okay. I can move them up to 4 because Celtics. I mean, the Clippers aren't going to be there.
Oh my gosh, bro. What's 3 other teams that's better than?
Then the Lakers.
You know what? Well, we're gonna wait.
No, we can say it now. Oh, we'll wait. Okay, fine. I mean, I got 3 right here. I'll rip. No, I don't.
Yo, it's gonna be some bullshit, bro.
I just don't know with Westbrook and the fact that he can't shoot threes anymore.
Yeah.
LeBron, he builds teams around him with shooters, and if Westbrook's going to be playing majority of the minutes, with LeBron driving in, drawing 4 people, and then Westbrook's open in the corner, is that going to work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I mean that's what LeBron's game has been off of. Let's look back at Miami. Let's look back at when he went with Cleveland, he had shooters around him. He had playmakers around him. Not saying Westbrook's not a playmaker, but he tends to make mistakes and turnovers. He was number 1 most turnover player last season, number 1 or 2.
Probably.
He was number 1 or 2, and he just struggled. And so I think LeBron's not going to like that on his team. He's going to have to figure out what works for them and figure out how they're going to click.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure things out fast.
Yeah, but I do think, it's still LeBron James and the Lakers, so I do think that, they could win a sensible amount of games just because of the names on the team. But when it comes down to playoffs, who's going to make mistakes? Who's going to really use their coaching and brains to not make mistakes in the playoffs in such vital moments. And so it'll just be a matter of that. But the Lakers, they could still win it all. They still do have one of the greatest players of all time. Not saying he is the greatest, but in LeBron James. But yeah, we just have to wait and see. Next team, the Phoenix Suns. Are they going to bounce back? Are they gonna continue to be where they were, or are they gonna hit a downfall?
1 seed, baby. Phoenix at the top.
Yeah, I think that's the only threat to the Lakers.
That in the whole West?
Yeah.
Huh. I disagree. I think the Nuggets are a threat as well.
We'll wait.
We'll wait. That's a good
All right.
answer.
Anyways, listen, they have a very strong team. I think they need to restructure things to not have it all around Devin Booker. That's why they lost in the finals, is because everything was around Devin Booker. I think the addition of JaVale McGee is big. I like JaVale. He's played well in recent seasons as well, coming off the bench. But Chris Paul, getting his thing done. Jay Crowder's is a really good 4D book. You know how he is.
Yeah.
But listen, this team could get back to the finals with ease if they just work together and do exactly what they did. Yeah. But that's all I got for the Suns.
All right.
Sacramento Kings. Davion Mitchell. Love
Your
his
boy?
name. I love his name. One of the best defenders out of college. Still strapping in the NBA. With this, tell me, I want to hear about this team. I want to hear about this Kings team.
Man, bottom team, really not much to say. Only upside I see, Fox, he'll be all-star.
I got them at 10.
I got him at 11.
I think they could make a push in the play-ins. In the play-ins, that's it. Not much else after that. Davion Mitchell, though, he is becoming one of my favorite players.
I think they got a good starting five. They just there's just nothing special. That's the problem. They're in the West. That's the other issue. Like, that's it. They're just nothing special.
Yeah, Fox is good. Marvin Bradley's good. Buddy Hill's good.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, Davion's gonna be good at one point. Well, not at one point, but he's gonna grow into. I think he's gonna grow into the NBA really well. 6'4" guard. It's doable. But yeah, I'm excited. Not excited to the point of the Kings are gonna be a good team in the West, but I'm excited just to see how this team comes together and how they fit. How they shape out. But yeah. Dallas Mavericks. This is an interesting one too.
Yeah.
Listen, I like Luka. I think he's the top player in the NBA.
What you about to say?
Nothing. I'm not saying anything that's going to jeopardize what I just said.
Whenever you say I love someone, you always have something to say.
He's at 6. They're going to be at 5 for me. 5 or 6. Because I got to move.
I got him 4 or 5.
I got him 4.
4. Because I got to move all my teams down. I know that my guy's out. Kawhi. So I got to reshape things. But yeah, no, I think they could be a good team. And honestly, like the Mavericks, they're one of those teams where it's like they win and people don't know. It's like they'll win a game. Because like what at the beginning of the season they were struggling. They were barely out of the they were in the bottom. They were out of the playoffs. Then they fought back and Luka became Luka and he won games and all of the fun stuff that we like to watch. But I don't think they're a team to be played with. I think if you don't wake up for this game, I think you lose it.
I feel like they're gonna go deep, but they don't got enough firepower to win.
Agree.
Unless Kristaps just goes crazy, which I don't know.
What's gonna happen with that? And signing Jason Kidd this season. I think he's gonna understand what they're gonna need. But he's never been like the greatest coach.
I don't like it. I think I think that's a big downgrade.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like they only got him because his name.
Yeah. That's what a lot of these coaches. But hopefully he can understand what they need and understand what Luka needs. But they do, like you said, they do need more firepower around them. That's like a big question mark for them because they have Luka, they have help me with the kid's name, Tim Hardaway, and
yeah,
Kristoff.
he's real good.
Yeah, and Kristoff, and that's it. And so they're gonna have to figure out what works for them and build around. Yep. Houston Rockets. This is a good one.
I can't wait to watch Rockets games. I won't lie.
Hey,
All right.
Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr.
He's my rookie of the year. Jalen Green.
Good.
This team can be scary. They're already shipping off John Wall. They've already came to that agreement to trade him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll play at all. Which is understandable because they're a young team who wants to really focus on their young talent. So they can go, get a first or a second for John Wall. I think they will.
They might have to attach a first of their own to get off his contract.
Yeah, that contract he has is ridiculous.
Like that's what they should do with Kevin Love too, but they're not doing it.
I think they'll just sit there and let Kevin Love burn. But yeah, this rookie combo with Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be nasty, man. These two players are they're gonna be players to watch out for. I'm excited to watch that. Eric Gordon, probably the oldest man on that team, still rocking out. Man, I'm surprised he hasn't left yet.
But I got them at the bottom. But even though they're not good, they're gonna be the most exciting team.
Yeah, they'll be.
I got them at 13.
I got them at 13 as well, right on top of the Thunder.
Yeah,
but I think KPJ gonna be an all-star though.
Oh, that's your bold prediction, I hear.
I mean, he's going to play the minutes to be able to get
Heck
that
yeah.
chance.
He averaged 20.
I mean, okay. So All-Star. So All-Star voting works. It's crazy because they also look at how your team doing. So I think the only reason he won't make it, even if he does have a really outstanding like some great, well, if he has great numbers like 25, I say 25 points, just because I wanted to say a number. Let's say he's averaging 25. I think he will make it. But if he's like 20, 21, and they're terrible, they're like worse than the NBA, I don't think he makes it into the All-Star.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the West, yeah, they started.
And, oh my goodness. And think about it. It is the West, and like they have so many starting like 1, 2s, and 3s who are automatically going to make it, like Curry, Braun, and the rest of the gang. So listen, I don't know. I hope all the best for that team and that young squad, but we'll see. We shall see. Next team, we got Memphis and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh my gosh, get Memphis in the East, please. Like, oh my God. Like it just makes sense.
It's a struggle for them. Like, it's a struggle. Just put the Pacers on the West.
Throw Indiana in the West.
Honestly, John Morant, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Absolute dog.
Yeah, he probably gonna be an All-Star this year though.
He better be.
If he's not, that'd be a problem. I think the only thing that keeps him out is if he gets hurt off a bit, but he is he grew up like, look, I love bringing my family life into this guy. He grew up like in like 30 minutes from my where I used to live. I knew this kid. No, I didn't know him. I'm just kidding. But yeah,
wasn't he like in Spartanburg or something?
Yeah, a little south. It's over by Columbia, so Sumter. It's like Sumter.
Yeah,
it's literally like 30 minutes from my grandmother's house. Like, I've passed through Sumter so many times in my life.
I know where that is.
And my grandmother's from King Street, if you know the city.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Not many people do. So, but yeah, he could be that guy, man. Like, I don't think they'll go far, but like, what are they didn't do much this offseason, like, at all.
Well, they did get rid of Jonas Valanciunas,
and picked up Steven Adams, though.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson gonna break out this year.
Yeah.
Most improved candidate right there.
Yeah.
For real.
He's good. Steven, I mean, like they had Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson, Kyle Anderson, who played well for them, Dylan Brooks, who played well for them as well. Tyus Jones, who went to Duke. That's your boy, DJ. Ja as well. And I mean, that's it. They don't have any more notable names other than that. And so I think they need another year of rebuilding-ish. Not rebuilding, but like, finding the right pieces that will go and get what they need.
But they're definitely more ahead in rebuilds than most rebuilding teams are.
Yeah.
They're in a great spot.
I mean, because where were they at last season for the playoff-wise?
They got the 8th seed in the loaded West. I think that's really impressive.
Yeah, it is. And so, they can, produce and do something. I don't know if they'll go deep in the playoffs per se, but I think they'll be enough to get that 9 or 8th seed.
I got them 9 or 10.
I got them at 9. But like, just because you make the play, just because you're in the play-in, like, you can still make the playoffs.
Yeah. Here's a funny one. The New Orleans Pelicans. Okay.
15th seed in the West.
I've been holding my breath about this guy all day. Zion Williamson. He's 284 pounds.
Almost as big as me.
You're like my size.
I told you I played down low.
Listen. I have an opinion about him. Is he that guy, y'all? Is he the big name of the NBA, the future of the NBA?
If he can get a team around him, I think he can, but I don't see it right now. Like, Giannis, he got a team made around him for his specific needs.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think if Zion can do something similar, maybe, but I don't know. Realistically, I don't see him more than a second option. Like, I don't know. His play style is like really good, but it's not like NBA.
It's very specific. It's specific. It's like an AAU like specific NBA play style. I mean, like it's like he has to have the ball in the paint, and that's it. Like he can't like that's the best he gets. Like for me, it's like that's not going to be able to cut it in the NBA. And 284 pounds is going to cut it as well. I mean, Brandon Ingram played well last season and the season before. I think he is liking that new role here in New Orleans, and so he's going to have to continue to be good. Josh Hart's going to have to step up. He's a little inconsistent as well. But them picking up Jonas Valanciunas is just filling up the paint more for Zion. So that doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, he also, I mean, he can spread the floor more than Steven Adams. Like, he can shoot the three.
Yeah, good point. I mean, so they could also clear the paint for him, I guess, and just leave Zion to just do what he wants down there, I guess. But, David? I didn't know they picked up Jonte Graham as well.
Yeah, that was under the radar. They got him for a steal, I think.
That's a good pickup because he was good at Hornets.
I got them at the bottom and possibly a play-in. Just Zion needs to be a yeah. Possibly. But really at the bottom, it's just Zion need to develop to a leader, not just a star.
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm going to take it back. Right now, they don't have a leader.
Nope. They just got a bunch of kids that want to hoop.
Hey, man, let's go out there and have some fun, I guess. Yeah, but they don't have that one guy who they can rally around and be like, hey, let's go. Let's play for 20 minutes, just nonstop. They don't have that guy. They don't have a PJ Tucker or a Jimmy Butler. They got a Brandon Ingram. And that's not enough at this point in their careers. But yeah, last NBA team, San Antonio Spurs. I love Pop, but hey, I don't think you popping nothing off in the playoffs this season, big dog. I think you're going to stay at the house.
I got him at 14.
Yeah, DeJounte's cold, though.
Yeah,
DeJounte Murray's pretty cool. I like him. Other than that, this team ain't it. This team's just they're just surviving because Doc's still alive.
And much more. I mean, they did get some draft picks from Chicago and I think one from Golden State, but like
draft picks in the NBA and the NFL are completely different, man.
Yeah.
NFL, they can make a big impact this season. NBA is like, they got 3 seasons before anything happens with them. They got to go to the G League and play for a little while, and then they're going to come back. It's like, this isn't helpful right at this point. But yeah, that's all the game. I mean, all the teams. Only took us an hour and a half, I guess. But we're gonna quickly run through the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference predictions. Let's do top 3 each for the East. I got Brooklyn, the Bucks, and the Celtics. I have high hope for the Celtics this season.
Okay, I got the Bucks, the Nets, and the Heat.
I got the Nets, the Bucks, and the Heat. No, actually the Nets, Heat, and then the Bucks.
Wow. I'm loving how y'all put my Heat all the way up here with all this confidence, man.
Hey, be quiet before I change.
All right, 4, 5, and 6. I have the 76ers, the Heat, and then the Hawks.
I got the Celtics, the Hawks, and then the Bulls.
Ooh. That's nice.
I got the Sixers. No, the Hawks, Sixers. Celtics.
All right, so I think we're sort of in agreement.
We're pretty much even on I just didn't have the Heat that far up. And then for what? So I said 4, 5, and 6. So 7, 8 and 9. I have Bulls at 7, Hornets at 8. I'm at a toss up between the Pacers or the Knicks at 9.
Yeah, it's tough. I got at 7. I got Philly, which is a little questionable.
Wow.
No.
Emmett. What? Okay, I guess. Go ahead.
And then New York at 8, Charlotte at 9.
I got
Interesting.
the Knicks,
At 7.
then the Bulls,
At 8. I got that too. At 9.
and then the Hornets at 9.
Wow. I have more faith in the Hornets than y'all do. Look at that. And then
I hate to say, I want them to be at 8.
I know. So
and then let's just
badly.
do 10, 11, and 12 because the rest don't really matter. 10, I have the Pacers. 11, I have the Wizards, and then 12th, I have the Pistons.
Why don't you just finish it out?
Oh, well, the Raptors. Well, Raptors, Cleveland, and then the Magic. Well, honestly,
Wait.
only reason is because 12, 13, 14, 15 don't really matter. Who cares?
They could all win the lottery.
But
Okay,
you had
the lottery's.
Raptors
In my
at-
opinion, I think the lottery is the dumbest thing in the world. By the way, I think it
Really?
is so dumb. It makes me so mad because, like, listen,
Like, you
If-
think that the worst team should get it every time?
yes, if we suck this bad, obviously we need the help.
I mean,
What?
that is true with like the 7-59 Bobcats when we lost the lottery
Oh
and
my
didn't get AD.
Like that's dumb to me. Like, honestly, in some ways, it's not fair that you're gonna like put chance in here that we might we might finally get it. No, that just give it to us. Even if like it just don't make sense to me. That's so dumb. But I guess I'm done ranting.
Okay, yeah. So I got Washington at 10,
Mm-hmm.
then the Pacers at 11, Toronto at 12, Cavs at 13, the Pistons at 14, and the Magic at 15.
Gotta love the Magic. Your final 5, David.
got the Wizards, Pacers, Raps. Pistons, Magic.
Ooh, I like it. I think originally you had the Pistons as the worst team.
See, cause Isaac hurt and folks.
Uh-huh.
That's
That's
hard though.
Things change, man. Like I was convinced.
Actually, hell no, cause they ain't got nobody.
Pistons? Yeah, Pistons don't. They literally don't. I don't know why I have them at 12. I think the Raptors will be at 12 instead of the Pistons if we're being
Yeah,
real.
that's why I was like,
I'll switch those two, and then yeah.
That was the dumbest stuff I heard.
But yeah, I mean, like all of our lists are relatively similar. I'm so excited to look back in like 7-8 months from now to see how my list was and see how perfect mine was. But yeah, moving on to the West top 3, I have Phoenix, the Nuggets, and Utah.
Oh my god!
Hey. Just say yours. Just say yours. Go ahead. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Bad.
Go ahead, David.
Bro, hold on, bro. I gotta recover, man.
I don't think mine is terrible. What's your 3? Go on.
I got the Lakers, got Phoenix, and then that 3 spot tough. Shoot, probably no. Dang, the Jazz.
Emmett.
Yeah. So I got the Suns and then the Lakers and then the Nuggets at 3.
Interesting. 4, 5, and 6. I got the Lakers, Mavericks.
No.
Lakers at 4. What's wrong?
Mm.
Actually, okay. Honestly, I'll move them. Okay, hold on. Actually,
No.
now
You
that I think
keep it.
about
You keep it. You keep it.
No. I'll probably move the Lakers to 3, and then
No.
Utah could be 4. How about that? And then I'll have Dallas at 5, and then the Warriors at 6.
Hey, no, you do you. I respect it.
Okay, we're still 4, 5, and 6. Since I'm being criticized tonight.
All right, I'm going. The Mavericks at 4, then the Jazz at 5, and then Warriors at 6.
DJ.
I got the Mavs, Nuggets, and Blazers.
So Golden State's not in the 5, 4, 5, or 6.
Nah.
Interesting.
Clay hurt half of the season, remember?
Yeah. Well, I think Curry's still he's able to dominate. You know.
You saw last season, you made it to the play-in. That's all.
I mean, yeah. I mean, good point.
Uh-huh.
So what's 7, 8, 9? 7, 8, 9. I got Portland, Clippers, Memphis.
Okay, yeah. I got Clippers, then Portland, then Memphis. So
In that order somewhere.
yeah.
I got Clippers, Warriors, then Memphis.
Okay. Well,
About the same. We're all close. And then to end it off, Sacramento, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Thunder, Rockets. And the Spurs are going to be the worst team in the NBA.
so I got the Pelicans, and then the Timberwolves. Oh wait, hold up. No, I got the Grizzlies, then the Pelicans, then the Timberwolves, Kings, Rockets, Spurs, Thunder.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Not a terrible final.
How it goes now.
DJ.
I got the T-Wolves, Rockets, Pels, Kings and Spurs.
Yeah.
I like you having the Rockets over the Pelicans. I like the confidence in them.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I do too. Not good point, David. I think that's not even a bold prediction. That's just a good prediction. That the Rockets, that young team, they have heart, and I think they want to win it now, just prove everybody that they're good. And so I think they will end up slipping into the play-in. That might be a bold prediction, but I think they could creep them to 9 or 11. I do think they could be better than the Pelicans because, like we said, the Pelicans aren't. They're not established as a team. They just have star players that are good.
Yeah.
And so
Jalen Green is actually a leader.
yes, him and Kevin Porter Jr. can both, dominate and step up and do what they need to when they need to. And so
And Christian Wood's still really solid.
heck yeah, I forgot about him. I think Houston's the biggest sleeper team this year. And probably one of the best ones that we're gonna have to watch this season is Houston. So yeah, we're gonna quickly predict these awards. Most valuable player. I don't know. I think it'll be one of these three. I think it'll be Giannis, Luka, or Curry.
I say Tatum.
Actually,
Whoa.
I'm gonna lie. Jason Tatum. That's who's mine's gonna be.
Whoa.
I
I'm
say
gonna steal
Tatum.
yours. I do too. I think he's gonna have to show that he's good, and he's gonna have to do that.
Whoa.
Do you not think he can?
Whoa.
Do you not think Jason Tatum can do that? Really?
If the Celtics were to make the 3rd or 4th seed and if he balls out, I think he can get it.
I think he's gonna average 27 points this season.
Yo.
I'm
forgot
so
You
excited.
forgot about the best player in the NBA, KD.
Oh yeah. Dang it. Oh man.
It's so tough.
And Kyrie's gonna be gone too for X amount of time.
He can. Oh, Emmett, he can do that.
He can.
He can't do. We did forget about him. I still do think Jason Tatum can be that guy though. Don't say whoa like he's terrible.
No,
but-
he's not in MVP conversation yet. Not yet.
KD.
What? I think he is.
Not yet.
I think okay, whatever. But KD obviously is, yeah. Rookie of the year. Like, just because I like his name, I'm gonna say Davion Mitchell.
He's a backup. Bro, what?
I just like his name.
No.
I premised it by saying I like his name. I'm sorry. I just like the kid.
Yo,
Is it just
what's your
because
real
you like
rookie
his
of the year?
name?
Just because I like his name. That's literally it.
What's your real rookie of the year?
My real one, probably one of the Houston boys.
I'm going Jalen Green.
Yeah, Jalen Green or
Jalen
Kevin Porter. One of them two.
Kevin Porter.
Well, Kevin Porter's not a
What?
rookie. I just corrected myself. I literally just said it. So don't leave me alone. He's not a rookie anymore. Yes, that's right. So Jalen Green. He's starting.
I
He's gonna
think
start.
Giddey is underrated pick for rookie of the year.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
He's sitting
No.
right there where he's at.
He's got LaMelo type talent.
Whoa.
Where is he at?
Well, because he came from Australia, like the NBL where LaMelo came from, and he was averaging like the same thing he was, like
He averaged 10 points.
Where is he?
Like-
What team is he on?
the Thunder.
Mm.
But he's like a good distributor and like rebounder. I don't know. I just think he'll have a lot of opportunities in OKC. So
Yeah, but I think because they're so bad, I think
under the radar. He's not my pick. It's Jalen
Yeah.
Green, but
Yeah. Defensive player of the year, I'm gonna give it to Ben Simmons or Matisse Thybulle. I mean, they were front runners last season, and they both deserved it.
I mean, it's obvious. Giannis, like, it's obvious.
Be honest.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, he did bulk up.
I'm going AD.
Not a bad shout either.
But that's a bold stretch.
Wow, Anthony
Over
Davis.
Bam?
I mean, but look at the final three last season. It was Gobert, what's my kid's name?
Simmons and Thibault.
No, it was Simmons and Draymond. Jeez.
I don't know. It's tough to say.
I think Thibault's 4.
I feel like whoever wins it nowadays like has to have some sort of flexibility, like be able to guard the perimeter.
Yeah, I don't know how Gobert won.
Yeah,
I don't. in
I
my
was a little
opinion.
surprised.
I truly
I think
thought
Simmons
that
should have
had
won.
it. Yeah, me too.
You forgot about Lou Dort.
Oh, wait a minute.
Somebody like that answer.
Lou Dort, that's a clamp guard right
He
there.
is.
Man.
Then Marcus Smart up there.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't. Okay, yes, he's a good defender. I don't think he would be in the ranking for defensive player of the year.
Top 5.
Sure.
We'll see. But I like it. I forgot about him. Drew Holiday, even. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
I would nah.
He
He won't be in that conversation.
But he's one of the better defenders in the league. He can guard 1 through 3.
Nah, if Kawhi was healthy, he wouldn't even be named Drew Holiday. Like, come on now.
I think Drew Holiday is one of the better defenders in the league.
He is, but not in the conversation.
You know, fast forward 82 games and he wins it. Like I hope he does, just for this moment, so I can prove you wrong yet again. Coach of the year.
I mean, really the best team for Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash or Spoelstra.
Maybe Monty Williams. Spoelstra's a good pick. Actually, Spoelstra might be my pick.
Monty won it last season, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, no, it was Tom Thibodeau for the Knicks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did. You're right.
Oh yeah, that is
You're right.
The executive one for Phoenix.
Yes. James Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then one of the last, almost done. One of the last ones, exec of the year. I think the Bulls. He has it. He has to have it with like this. What he did this offseason.
I mean, if it pans out well, 100%.
Yeah, if they place anywhere above ninth, he 100% has it. Yeah. Bulls exec had a good one.
Ain't Pat Riley the general manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Pat.
For Heat, yeah. What a legend. What a guy. Most improved player.
Oh, KPJ.
Oh, this is so tough.
KPJ. That's not
This
a bad
is so
shout.
tough. Ooh. Like, there's so many like options.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's like one of those where you just have to take a shot in the dark.
You can put LaMelo up there too.
You could.
Actually, well, no, I've only reason I wouldn't is because of how good he played last season. Because he won Rookie of the Year last season.
He only averaged 15.
Yeah,
Like,
but you can't really say someone improved from being Rookie of the Year.
I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson.
That's a good one.
Zach LaVine.
Maybe.
Huh? Bro. Yo.
Why not?
I mean,
Yo.
but he's getting more like good players next to him. If anything, his volume will probably go down.
Well, or it'll go up because because they realize he has someone to distribute the ball to him now, and that can take some of the pressure off him, and he can capitalize off.
Yeah, maybe.
Off what it is.
Yo.
It's not out of the question.
Yeah.
Kevin Porter is a good pick too.
Yeah, Kevin Porter is a good pick.
Bro, I can't believe the Cavs just got rid of him for nothing. That was dumb.
I think the Cavs have lost their mind.
No, because he was in a lot of trouble. They had to release him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What was he really?
Mm-hmm.
That's tragic.
He was suspended for a lot of times and stuff, so they just released him.
Oh, dang. Here's another potential person that I mean you said Jordan Poole maybe, but Terrence Mann for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hooper. David loves him.
I love that boy.
If
Especially when
Kawhi's
they went
out,
out.
he's probably going to start, and he
Yeah.
could go crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on, bro. Yo. Hold on, KPJ. Bro, hold on. Maybe
Good
next
shout.
year. Bro, T-Man.
That is a good shout. And then sixth man.
Ooh.
Who's coming off the bench and who's going to be a star?
Hmm.
Bro, Hero. I feel like Hero is going to be a bucket.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And that's my pick.
That's your
Wholeheartedly.
pick.
Yeah.
I just love the Miami team this year.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Ooh.
Why y'all in my conference though? My division. Y'all need to move over somewhere.
That doesn't, to me, that does not really matter.
No, I want that banner in my arena.
Oh, I so abhorrent.
I'm gonna go for six man. I'm gonna go with Patty Mills for Brooklyn.
Ooh, that's not bad. But
I mean, he might start because Kyrie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
good, though.
I don't know. Honestly, maybe Tyrese Halliburton for Sacramento could win it.
Nah.
I
They're
don't
not
know.
gonna make enough noise, so it's nah.
Derrick Rose, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Patty Mills if he doesn't start.
Yeah, Patty.
You got Patty?
Yeah.
No,
I
I got my boy. Hero. Yeah. Well, that's it, y'all. Man, another 2-hour episode. Gotta love them.
Hell yeah.
This is the first one, so I knew it was gonna be long. But yeah, NBA season starts a week from today. Very excited. Very, very, very excited. We've missed this a lot. Yeah.
What are the games for next week, or like the first
Opening day?
night of games? Yeah.
Opening night. The NBA games are
It's got to be the Nets, right?
It's the Nets and the Warriors. No, Warriors and Lakers and Nets and
19.
Bucks.
Oh my gosh, can't find
Holy
two better matchups than that.
I got the Golden State Warriors and the Bucks. Because why not?
No, I'm gonna say Lakers Nets then.
Yeah, like
Y'all would.
No,
got
actually,
them in
I
the
don't-
finals.
No, actually, it'd probably be the Nets and the Warriors, in my opinion.
I actually think it would be Nets Lakers.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Actually, Bucks Lakers. I'm gonna go with them.
All right, David. What about you?
You talking about finals?
No, for that game that week.
No, Nets and Lakers.
Nets, like, all right, whatever. All right. Well, thank y'all for jumping on. I really appreciate it. Filmed a late one today, y'all. I'm gonna be on time next time. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming on. Was a good one.
sir.
Looking forward to the next one already. For a week. We'll probably come on and talk about the first night's games or something. But yeah, it was a fun time. Again, thanks y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for listening as well. Yeah. I've been your host, Davion.
This has been Emmett.
And this has been DJ.
And this has been the post game.